I date labeled every container, and my brother-in-law ran out of excuses. My brother-in-law Derek moved in with us for a few weeks back in September. He lost his lease, and my wife said we couldn't leave her brother on the street, so I said fine. I work 12-hour shifts, and I meal prep every Sunday because I don't have time to cook at 8 p.m. when I get home. 6 containers, chicken, rice, veggies, the whole thing lined up in the fridge for the week. By Wednesday of his first week, I was down to 2. I asked him about it. He said, "Oh, I thought that was just extra stuff. Nobody said it was yours." I said the 6 matching containers stacked together weren't a hint. He shrugged and said he'd replace it. He never did. So the next Sunday I wrote our last name on the lids with a Sharpie. Monday, gone. I asked him again. He goes, "I didn't see any name." I opened the trash and the lid was sitting right there, my handwriting facing up. He said, "That could be anybody's." That's when I started dating them. Little strip of masking tape on every container, day I made it, my initials. I even took a photo of the fridge every Sunday night on my phone. I didn't tell him that part. For a week he laid off. Then it started again, 1 container at a time, and every time he had a new line ready. I thought that one was going bad. It smelled off, so I threw it out. Except it wasn't in the trash, it was in his room, licked clean. You've got so much, I figured you wouldn't miss one. My wife told me I was being intense over Tupperware. I said it wasn't the food, it was that he looked me in the eye and lied every single time. She said he was going through a hard time. I said we all were. Then Derek got smart. He started peeling the tape off and eating the food, then rinsing the container and putting it back empty in the stack so it looked like I'd just eaten it myself. Except I had the Sunday photo showing 6 full containers, and I had the tape. Because here's the thing he didn't know. I wasn't throwing the tape away. Every strip I peeled off a returned empty container, I stuck inside the cabinet door above the coffee maker. Dated, lined up in a row. A little timeline of every meal that vanished. 3 weeks, 19 strips. Sunday my in-laws came for dinner. My mother-in-law asked how the living situation was going. All smiles, because Derek had apparently told her he was helping out around the house and chipping in. My wife said it was going great. Derek nodded like a man who chips in. Her mom said, "It's so nice you boys get along." I said, "Actually, can I show everybody something?" I opened the cabinet. 19 strips of masking tape, dated in order, my initials on every one. I said, "This is every meal I made for myself that disappeared since Derek moved in." I laid my phone on the table with the fridge photos. Derek said, "Those could be from anything." I said, "They're dated." In my handwriting. "Off the containers you rinsed and put back empty." He said, "I don't know what you're talking about, man." His mom looked at him. She said, "Derek, did you eat this boy's food and lie about it?" He goes, "It's not that deep. There's food in the house. I ate food." I said, "Then why'd you tell me it went bad? Why'd you tell me you never saw the labels? Why'd you rinse the containers and stack them so I'd think I ate them?" I pointed at each strip. Tuesday, Thursday, the Sunday you told your mom you'd been buying your own groceries. Nothing. He opened his mouth and closed it. His dad said, "Well, he asked you a question." Derek looked at my wife for backup. She wouldn't look at him. He said, "I'll pay you back." I said, "You said that in week 1. I pulled out the receipts. Because of course I kept those too. $240 in chicken and rice and containers since September. I made you a folder. His mom said, "You are paying every cent of that back before you touch another thing in this house." Derek said, "I don't have." His dad said, "Then you'll get it." Sunday, like a man. Derek moved out 3 weeks later. The morning he left, I found all 6 of my containers washed and stacked on the counter with a folded 20 on top and no note. The strips are still in the cabinet. My wife hasn't asked me to take them down.